Did you hear about the female chimp in a suit that pulled like 1,000 pounds with one arm? That's absolutely incredible. And that's where most people got their understanding of the force that a chimpanzee can produce from. But that result has never ever been reproduced, which kinda makes it seem like there was some error in that, because no other test has ever been able to replicate even close to those numbers. Nothing ever. So most likely there was some error involved. In more modern studies, we come to conclusions that are much more in line with our understanding of how biology works. Because look, again, I don't know how I can explain it to people who don't have the basic understanding of biology, but a chimpanzee is a mammal. It's an animal. The chimp has muscles just like you and I. They are made of myofibrillia, just like the muscles in your body and my body. They are almost the same. They have a higher percentage of type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers than most humans do. And then that's it. And because those muscles, they are literally made from the same proteins as the muscles in the human body. So those muscles are about as stable, about as durable as human muscles. Not much more. That's it, you know. So it's physically impossible for a chimpanzee to be 5 or 7 times stronger than a human of the same weight. It's just not physically possible. More modern approach is saying that a chimpanzee is about 1.5 times stronger than a human of the same weight. So a 50 kilogram chimpanzee, an average chimpanzee, is about 1.5 times stronger than a 50 kilogram human. And as most humans are about 75 to 80 kilograms, the average chimpanzee is only a tiny bit stronger, because a human that is 1.5 times heavier will not be 1.5 times stronger, maybe 1.2 times to 1.3 times. So the average chimpanzee is about 1.2, 1.3 times stronger than the average human male, which is not a lot. So the average trained human male or a trained human male is a lot stronger than a normal chimpanzee. And even if we account for a very big male chimpanzee, even then a trained human man is stronger, like objectively stronger in just raw strength. Then you add to that the factor of being trained in martial arts. All that the chimpanzee has is like that wildness. And yes, untrained men think that being wild and unpredictable makes them somehow incredible fighters. That's what they also believe about themselves. They believe, oh, when I see red, blah, blah, blah. And then they're gonna be swinging their arms wildly around, flailing them. But that's just not impressive. That's only impressive to humans who are not trained in fighting. For a trained fighter, that is not impressive. And honestly, chimps don't move all that fast. They move maybe faster than an average drunk man, but they don't move as fast as a trained fighter. They don't move nearly as precise. I have studied a surprising and disturbing amount of footage showing chimpanzees fighting. And I'm just not impressed. I'm not impressed. And now you can think that you know better than I know. You can still think, as most human males think, that they know a lot about fighting, but the average human male overestimates their understanding of fighting by about 3,000%. That is fairly known. And I'm literally a professional fighter. I study martial arts since 30 years. I am doing that as a profession. It's my job since over 2006, so that's like 17 years. I was a world champion in grappling, specific in grappling, grabbing other human beings, right? So I have an amount of understanding of that art of fighting that makes me just not understand how untrained men can think that they know better. How can you think you know more about grappling than the world champion of grappling? How can you think you know more about fighting than a professional fighter? How can you be like that? How can you be like that, my friend? How can you? But that aside, also, if you lack the basic understanding of how anatomy works, then you can hold on to the illusion of the super strength of chimpanzees. But once you understand how bodies are built on a molecular level, on a biological, on a cellular level, then you know that this is just an illusion. And in reality, there's not that much difference in power to weight ratio between different animals of the same weight.